Hi Sagittarius, this is Royalty Rising Intuition 1111. I'm here to do your 2020 yearly forecast, just a general love reading for you. Currently, I'm not doing any personals. If this doesn't resonate with you, please check your sun, moon, and rising sign and your Venus sign. I will be opening up personal soon, and just so you know, if you're not familiar with my channel, is that I'm an intuitive reader. I use the cards to guide me in my intuition, and the message will come through me. And so I would really love for you to go ahead and like, share, subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of other great readings coming up soon. Now with this 2020 forecast, I'll be using 4 decks actually. So this is my normal deck that I'll be using, and then I'll be going ahead and moving into these decks to kind of get some more clarity on the message for you this year. So right now, I know you can't see the entire deck because of how my camera's angled and where I am right now, which is not at my normal location. But I wanted to just show you a few things here. So the overall energy for your year is the sun. So you're going to have a lot of great things happening for you, Sagittarius, coming into 2020 or throughout 2020, because we're already here. Just starting for the month of January is the King of Wands. And this spirit is just telling me that you need to spend a lot of time working on your spiritual side, just to kind of get your mind ready for what you are going to embark on this year. Also, there may be someone that comes in your life that's going to help you balance that masculine and feminine energy out sometime in January. And once again, my readings are definitely timeless. So whenever you receive this message is when you're supposed to receive it. So moving into the month of February, you have 7 cups. So you're going to be presented with a lot of different options in February. Now I'm starting to feel that this is actually in relations to maybe a relationship, possibly work, where you're going to be either seeking options or you're going to be presented with a lot of options. And if you're single and you're not in a relationship, that message could mean that maybe February is a time for you to start exploring the dating scene. And remember nowadays with dating, it's a numbers game. So get out there and date, mingle, and just meet different people and really get to know other people in the month of February. Now the moon card, is telling me, Spirit's telling me that you need to start dealing with your shadow side, Sagittarius. Part of you is just holding you back. So whatever you're seeking, whether it's love, whether it's a better career or going towards working for yourself, that you have to deal with those shadow sides of yourself. Those darker sides to help you get to where you need to go, especially if you're in a relationship that could be holding you back in your relationship. Now the King of Wands, once again, like I said back in January, that there's a need to develop your spirituality. You have to develop that because the Knight of Wands, is dealing with more of a not fully evolved spirit force. So it may not be you who's not fully developed in your spirituality. It may be someone coming into your life that may appear to be spiritually and well-rounded, but this person is really operating, or maybe even they're actually reflecting your sense of spirituality, but they're not actually displaying that in their day-to-day life in the month of April. Now getting into the 2 of Cups, In order to improve any kind of companionship or getting into a companionship with anyone, you have to go ahead and go inside yourself and develop your emotional side. And what I mean is that not to be afraid to be hurt, be afraid to be loved, just eliminating fear in it, entirely. And I know that's a challenge, but through failure and through success, which failure is a part of success, that you'll be able to experience the love that you desire, or the relationships you desire, or just the overall life that you desire. Now, coming into June, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and that's dealing with just kind of with June coming in, a new season coming in, which is the summer time, a need for really kind of getting that rest and not being so hard on yourself when it comes to your progress and what you desire this year. Because you're going to have to get rid of those internal conflicts, those internal battles. This whole reading to me is not even about loving anyone else. Honestly, I'm feeling that it's about you, loving on you. You working out what you need to work out internally so you can have the life you want. Because coming in August, there is going to be a wish fulfillment. Whatever you are desiring, you're going to have some kind of financial gain, something that's going to actually materialize. So if you're working on something, Sagittarius, whether it's a business, your love life, any kind of project right now, in August, you should see something come out, and it's going to be a challenge. When you start succeeding and have things working for you, there's going to be a lot of people who's going to try to work against you. And that's the unfortunate part of success, is that the faster you go up, or as you go up, there's a lot of people that's going to try to hold you down, and so that's why being humble, which is what you need to develop your spirituality, is necessary, because you're going to need that. You're going to need to be able to humble yourself as you rise. That's very important, because at the end of the day, those who may try to bring you down, they're not probably they may not knowingly know that they're doing that, or they may not knowingly be aware that they're doing that. But sometimes people do that because of their own fears. But you have success. You're marked for success this year, Sagittarius. You have a 10 of Cups. So coming into October, you have something special that's going to come. I mean, you already have a wish fulfillment. This is just an abundance card. An abundance card, maybe a happy relationship, maybe a baby, prosperous business. Something's going to pick up here. And then we're going to go into King of Wands, or King of Swords, I'm sorry. So with the King of Swords in reverse, it's just once again going back to the whole thing about being humble. The sword sometimes, represents communication. It's okay to communicate, but make sure you are communicating in a way that it's productive, that it's not going to go ahead and affect your life and or your relationship with other people. Now going into December, the month of December, we're dealing with the Lover's card in reverse. This is not about love lost. This is about working on really developing that self-care routine, really loving on yourself. What are you doing in your daily routine that's dedicated to you, to your mental health, to your physical wellness, What kind of routines have you really developed? And that's what that's dealing with, is forming habits and routines and a lifestyle that's going to be suitable for you, that's going to actually work for you, that's going to heal you. Because, the healing is a process, okay? Healing is not something that just happens overnight. And when you get to a certain point of your journey, it's not going to be over. You're going to constantly have to work on just nurturing yourself, Let's go ahead and get some more clarity on Sagittarius' current situation. Spirit, please guide me in that Sagittarius' current situation. And I'm going to shuffle these on camera here. I really see this year for you, Sagittarius, as a very prosperous year. I don't know what you're working on, but Spirit's saying it's gonna come. It's all gonna come together for you. But I mean, all the other signs was getting something similar, that you just need to really work on yourself. It's not really how much you do externally. It's really about the work you do internally to get you where you need to be at. Spirit, please give me more information on Sagittarius' current situation. All right, the King of Swords. This goes back to what I was saying, that right now, your situation is that, I don't know, I'm sensing that you, once again, you maybe right now, and I'm sensing that there's a sense of arrogance. And, you know, there's a thin line between arrogance and confidence, my dear Sagittarius. You know, things could be going very well for you right now. Got a lot of options coming in, but you have to learn the art of humility and just being humble. You know, I mean, things are going to go good. What's one of Sagittarius' obstacles when it comes to their success? Oh, there we go. All right, so there we go. Queen of Staffs. Queen of Staffs. The not having the balance of the masculine and feminine energy. And the Nine of Staffs. Now, with the Nine of Staffs, what you need to understand is that there's going to be a need. There's going to be a need for you to really pull from every source or every part of your being to get through this year. And that's why I keep stressing the importance of you really, really cultivating that spiritual side of yourself, because you're going to really need it. You're going to need to turn to a higher source that's not you. So maybe look at some ways of incorporating meditation and prayer, daily prayer, into your routine. Let's go some more clarity on the Knight of Kings, or sorry, King of Swords for Sagittarius. These are my favorite cards. They're just really tiny. Please give me some clarity, Spirit. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is the second time we got a Seven of Wands, Sagittarius. Because once again, you need to deal with your internal conflicts. What's going on with you? If you're outside, if your outer house is disorganized and all over the place, that is because your inner house is not functioning in harmony with itself. Everything is disorderly and out of place. All right, Sag. You need to learn to stop carrying the burdens. 10 of Wands. You don't have to carry everybody's burdens. And that's what's going on within inside of you. Maybe you feel guilty about something that happened within your life, that you have to carry the weight of that situation with you. You do not. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you just got the High Priestess and the Sun card. So once you dig deep into those secret life viewers that only you know about, Sagittarius, you can experience the joy, the abundance that the sun has to offer. Without the sun, there is no life. And you will have that this year. So let's go ahead and draw an angel answer card to kind of close up your reading, to see what the angels have for you, the message the angels have for you, Sagittarius. And it's coming out. Okay. Communicate clearly. That's what I was going back and telling you. Make sure you're communicating clearly, and make sure you're communicating in a win-win solution, or where it's, it's not going to be harming you and what you're what pathway you're going to be on. So make sure you think about it before you start communicating what you're going to communicate to whomever you know. So there it goes, within the next few weeks. So like I said, within the next few weeks, you're going to be presented with some options, something that's going to be really working for you. And that's February. Like I said here, as it shows in the cards, February, there's going to be some options that's going to come in your life that you have to choose. Or maybe you just can marinate and just look at them and see what works best for you. But that's going to come. It's going to come very soon. Don't stop. All right, so the angels want you to not stop, to continue on your journey. This is going to be a great year for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Once again, I'll be opening up personals soon. And thank you so much.